In this Bannerlord challenge run, we'll be playing as Rollo Sigurdsson. He's a famous Viking known for raiding, and he was given land by the French king in the area of Normandy. Now, this particular challenge run is very difficult, so I've taken the rock bottom start, where we start with absolutely nothing, no gear, no money, no food, no nothing, and we're at war with everybody on the map. And I've taken it one step further, and I've zeroed out all the combat stats, or basically all the stats in general. So we have no attribute points, we have no focus points, we have nothing, literally nothing. So we washed up on the shore here after raiding, after a failed raid basically, and we have to make our way in the world. Now, as I said, everybody in the map is at war with us, so nobody's going to let us into their town. They're not going to give us any pity. We have to come up with a basic game plan here. Now, the first goal is to get a weapon. We can't get anything else if we don't get a weapon. There's no way we can complete quests. There's no way we can fight and earn some food. So let's put that as our first primary goal. Now, to get a weapon, we need somebody to throw a weapon at us so that we can beat them with it. Unfortunately, looters do not have good weapons. So they will throw rocks, and you cannot pick rocks back up and throw it back at them, at least not in the current patch. Previous patches, I think you could. So we need to find either mountain bandits or sea raiders and entice them into attacking us. Now, the ideal situation is we find a smaller group, like this group of 6 would be perfect. However, we don't want them to combine with this group of 8 looters. Oh, they just turned. That's perfect. All right, so this is going to be it. What do they have? They have 5 Sea Raiders and 1 Sea Raider warrior. So let's get in there and fight them. So it may look pretty dire, and it is. It really is. I've actually restarted this campaign. I think this is my 5th or 6th try at this point. I've died several times. Just as a side note, when you fight without armor, you have a much higher chance of actually dying in combat as opposed to just going down and being injured. So if you want to kill off one of your companions or your wife or your spouse, whatever, take all their gear off and send them into battle that way. This is a really good way to get your person killed. Obviously, we have no weapons, so we have to take the risks. There's no way around it. So the goal is to get them over here into an opening, like an open area. Hopefully we can see the javelins fall. I mean, we could always hold Alt and that'll highlight them, but just a little easier when they're not stuck in the grass. There we go. Let's pick one up at least. We can keep moving without getting hit. So essentially we're just going to move erratically and try and pick stuff up every few seconds to kind of break our path, and also grab some ammunition. Do not go in straight lines. That's a good way to get shot. Oh man, they're close. There we go. That's a kill. That's a kill. That guy doesn't have a shield. Oh, wow. This is working really well. All right, we're out of ammo. We have to use this in melee. There's a stab. All right, there is a guy there, I believe. Oh, crap. Dude, he hit us right in the freaking tricep. All right, I think that's his last one, though. I'm going to move to the left and see if we can get him to aim. Yeah, I think that's the last one. An attack, and then we're going to try and stab them when they attack. There's a good one. All right. Yeah, this guy's joining them, so I'm pretty sure he's out of ammo. Oh, good one. All right, 32 damage. We just need to survive a little bit. We took that one hit. I think we're okay to take one more hit before we go down, if it's not, like, in the head. All right, don't hit me. We want them to get a swing, but not a good one. There we go. Perfect. Yep. Once they start to swing, they slow down. That bleeds off all their movement speed. So we need to make sure we're still moving when they swing. We move away to avoid the hit. Oh, that could be bad. That could be bad. All right, nice. Let's get a clean one. These guys are kind of being weird. There we go. That's fine. Oh, wow. That was really close. Get another hit swing off. Go ahead. There we go. Oh, it glanced off of somebody's shield and blasted him right in the chest. Nope, nope, nope. That was a bad one. All right, let's back up. Reset. Should be able to handle 2. There we go. 1. We could probably turn and just fight him. Let's just make sure we're not getting completely destroyed. There we go. Nice kick. And you can have your javelin back there. Where did it land? Yep, right in his throat. Now, we do get to keep the javelin in our arm. No, not really. I wish we could, actually, but that thing's lodged in there. I would imagine if we pulled that out, it would probably bleed to death. All right, so what's the damage here? So we killed 6, which is good. We should be able to get some loot from each 6 of these, so hopefully we get at least 1 weapon. That's all we need. I don't really care about the other stuff. If we can get a shield, that'd be even better. A shield plus a weapon. Weapon first, though. We did get some skill points, so we probably leveled up as well. Nice, we got, oh, well, not that nice, actually. These things suck. It's got decent reach, but the problem is it's really easy to block, so not the best, but it's also not the worst. So we'll take that, and is this, yep, this is civilian friendly, so let's put that on our civilian outfit. So we're not naked anymore. There we go. Okay, what did we gain? 1 level, and we're almost to the next level as well. So we'll put a point into endurance, and I think the goal here is just to max out athletics first. That's probably the primary thing that's going to keep us alive while we're on foot. And as a Viking, we're probably not going to do a whole lot of mounted combat, if we can avoid it anyways. Now, let's not get chased by nobles. Yeah, they're going to chase us anyways. So we need to find a place to lose them. Let's head back down this way. All right, sweet. Yeah, I don't think they're chasing us. All right, there's more Sea Raiders down here. I don't know if we can find another small group. That would be the best case scenario. And we do need to heal up a little bit. Oh, nice. There's our hideout. So why don't we hang out around here for a little bit. All right, there we go. We did get our 2nd level. Let's go ahead and put it back in. So it's 2 points in endurance, 4 points in athletics. And we can hide in here. Even though they're chasing us, that's fine. We just chill in the hideout for a little bit. Hopefully they don't camp us. Yeah, this could be really bad, actually. Looks like they went that way, so let's get out of here. Now, zooming out a little bit, I think going this way is a mistake, actually. Let's head north and maybe to the west. Ooh, 9 Sea Raiders. That's probably too much, though. Okay, so let's talk about our next priority. We secured a weapon. We have a little bit of food. I think the next best thing we can do is try to find a mount. So if we can find a group of looters that have recently attacked villagers, and we'll know that because they'll have prisoners, they'll have peasants in their prisoner hold. Peasants love to carry sumpter horses. So if we can get a sumpter horse, we could equip it, and it'll turn our movement speed from 4 all the way up to, I don't know, 5.5, close to 6, something like that. And then we shouldn't be getting caught by just about anybody. I think we should be able to outrun pretty much everyone. So we'll go around and see if we can find a small group of looters that has prisoners. I know that's kind of a tall ask, but we might be okay. We just need to avoid these noble parties as well. All right, there's looters. They do not have any prisoners in them. But we still need to take fights, though, because we need to gain XP and do all that other stuff. We need to earn some money so we can hire some companions. What else? Yeah, I think we'll just take small fights when they're doable. So I think less than 10 for looters is probably a reasonable amount. They ran away. I guess we're not fighting them. Okay, that's okay. We'll keep moving west and see if we can find maybe a smaller group or... Crap, we're gonna get caught. Yeah, there's no way we can outrun them. They're faster than we are because they have cav, I bet. They have 3 cavalry, and they probably have riding mounts. So even in the woods, we're by ourselves and they're still faster than us. So we have to surrender. They'll probably put us in prison for a little bit, but that's fine. I don't believe you consume food when you're in prison. Oh, we got out fast. Nice. Okay, let's keep heading west. Oh, I did forget to mention, but we are I think it should be obvious, we're the Nord faction. So we don't have the forest bonus from Botania. We do get a bonus for movement speed in the shallow waters, so that'll help when we start going on the seas and stuff. But for now, we're just going to have to stick to this and not deal with the forest bonus. I think the forest bonus would have helped quite a bit, actually, but it is what it is. Here is potentially a good opportunity. It's only 6. They do have a cav, which is fine. Those guys throw the spears. The brigand also has javelins, and then the 4 hillmen are going to be slings and whatever else. So we do need to fight this. Yeah, this is going to be a good fight for us, I think. Let's try and get some javelins off this cav. And if we need to, we can use our spear to get him off his horse. But he needs to throw his javelins first. We need to use that in melee. Perfect. There's 1. There's 2. We might never really get... We gotta let him throw a couple first before we move. Alright, we're gonna be getting attacked here by his buddy. Oh, don't jump. Oh boy. Tried to dodge that, but luckily he just goofed his own attack. Right, there's a good hit, but not a kill. We got to be careful of this cav. We need to keep a very close eye on him. So we'll focus on him, and then in the downtime, right, he's going for a down attack. In the downtime, we need to take out these idiots. Oh, he moved. He moved. Right, that's a down attack. Right, hit. Oh, it was a hit, but not a kill. We got to be super careful here now. That cav's on the other side of the rock. If we can keep him like this, I think it'll be all right. Man, I didn't think that kick was going to land, actually. No, 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 no. Dude, I kicked. I kicked him. How did that not kill him? I kicked him. Oh, here's the cav. There we go. Well, it didn't really do much. Alright, there's a good hit. We need to charge this guy before he gets it off. There we go. Oh, he missed. He missed and he hit the rock. We could potentially win this. Let's actually get the shield. And we are just barely hanging on. We should probably get our spear out. Alright. Here's what we're going for. We're trying to get him to charge right into the rock. There we go. He's going to take extra damage. We can't afford to get bumped by that horse or we'll just end up dead. Literally just end up dead. Alright, here we go. This is the important one. Oh man, he didn't take any damage for that. 13 damage. Oh, he bumped us. How? Oh my god, we literally have no health. Alright, this is the last one. He's at no health as well. No, he got out. Dude, he didn't... His horse didn't rear up. I don't know how that works. But I feel like he should have probably gone down. We're just going to man up his horse and then hit him. No, we got him. We got him. All right, if we're lucky, we'll get a better weapon here or a horse. If we're lucky. I don't think we're going to be lucky, but we might. Yeah, we got some decent XP for that. Actually, quite a bit of athletics, which makes sense. We put all our points into there. Okay, we can't really afford to take prisoners, but we might sell some of these off. Probably we'll have to get rid of them, though. Okay, so we got some better weapons now. We got a falchion. We got an actual shield and an actual spear. This spear is not a real spear. It's a 28 denar piece of crap. So we'll equip everything, even though there's duplicates. The main goal is to just get to a town so we can, or a village here, so we can sell some stuff. Here we go. We want to get rid of most of our food because we can't use it anyways. And we'll get rid of the worst offenders here. Probably this crappy spear. It's only worth 17. So there we go. 112. We're at 232. It's not much, but you know, that's what we have. So, all right, we really need to chill and heal up here. So let's go ahead and take plus 5 hit points and then plus hit points for all of our troops when we eventually take them. Final point in athletics, and we'll put one into one-handed. So hopefully we don't get attacked here and we can hang on to our food for a little bit longer. So we're just going to chill. Oh, crap. We are getting attacked by a group of 16. They are faster than us. We need to get rid of our prisoner. I don't think we recruit, though. We're sticking to companions in the early game. I was going to try and go to a town and sell this guy, but that's not going to work. He's still faster than us. Does that hold true? No, out here we're the same speed, so we just need to not move left or right too much and just go straight and get out. Okay, they're fast. They're faster in the woods. Yep. Okay, so we're going to get captured most likely. Can we get somewhere that has some enemies that we can just surrender to? I don't want to surrender to bandits if we don't have to. Okay, what about Rote? Can we make it to Rote? It's just a little bit longer. Nope, we can't. And there's no way we fight this. 41, yeah, we're surrendering. Okay, boys, you win. And they took our food. So we're going to starve in 5 days. We're not paying any ransom ever. That's just not going to happen. All right, we broke free. Let's try and get to a safe spot. Now, because we just broke free, nobody's going to attack us. There's a little bit of a cooldown there. But we do need to get out of here. 6 looters. We can handle that, actually. Why don't we try to catch that if we can? Not 14. Let's stalk these guys. Yeah, here we go. We'll get in front of them. And then we'll take them down. Now with this one, we do have a shield that should help for when we have to fight those rock throwers. But I guess the big issue is, do we use the spear? Which I don't think we do. It's probably better to use the sword. And then we can use our swinging attacks and kind of swing sideways like that. So that's the goal. There we go. 2 good hits on him. Alright, we need to not run sideways, because that will slow us down significantly. Okay, if we can get a hit on these guys... we need to wait for them to attack, though. Oh, man, we traded blows. So we got a kill, but definitely not worth it. God, they're so close, man. Alright, let's let this guy attack. And then we'll hit him with a backswing. Attack. Hit him with a backswing. Attack. Hit him with the backswing. It's not doing much, but oh crap, we're getting hit. Why don't we put our shield on our back here so we can at least block some stuff a little bit. Alright, go ahead, and then we'll hit you with the backswing. We'll hit you with the backswing. And again. We're just gonna give you a bunch of paper cuts. Can hit this guy too. There for 1 damage, yeah. That's not gonna work. Oh man, this guy's gotten hit so many times, he's bleeding out. That would be a really cool mechanic to add in this game, actually, if they could add bleeding. Probably wouldn't really add too much. Maybe in like RBM. Oh wow, we did 1 damage and killed him. That's how much we smacked that guy around. Alright, what are we doing here? 2? We can probably not quite man up to these guys, but close to it. Oh boy. There we go. Alright, get the shield out. Oh, perfect timing. Preserve the shield, preserve the shield. Let's get 1 at a time if we can. Now this guy, if they have really big swinging polearms or like that, the 2-handed weapons, sometimes it's better to just move into people when they're swinging at you, because it takes a lot of the power off. Like their sweet spot is out in front of them, but if you crowd them and you just get right on them, it takes some of the sting off. Not that it would have helped here anyways. We smacked them around, but yeah, we did pretty well. We're almost to level 50 athletics. That is going to make a big difference. Okay, we got some clothing, but we already have better clothing. Is there better here? No, what about... No, we can't wear anything there. And now we at least have a civilian axe that we can use. Because this one has pretty low cut damage, 23. This one's got 43. It's way better. We're going to keep using this. We do need to sell this stuff. So let's see if we can get to a little village here. Closest one is going to be Zeocores. And let's sell that. And then the most expensive food that we have. We'll keep this food though. 76. We're at 340. We still can't really use it for much. Probably need about 600 or so to be able to hire our first companion. Because they usually cost 450 to 550 and then you need a little bit of money for their wages. But we'll get there eventually. Oh, abundance of troublemakers. What is this? Recruits? We're not taking recruits. Yeah, I don't care. Tell them to go somewhere else. Okay, what else do we want to do here? Actually, no, we don't want to sell any of our weapons because they're both good. So we'll keep heading to the west, I think. Maybe along the border. Yeah, somewhere in this area I think is pretty solid. There's plenty of room to maneuver. So we'll just head west. Now there is a group of 9 here. I think we can take them on now that we have the shield and the sword. So let's see if we can hunt these guys down. They're kind of faster than us. Well, no, we are faster than them, but it doesn't seem to be making a difference. All right, what about we go for these guys? Yeah, we'll fight this one instead then. All right, let's pull our sword out, get in there. Try and get them in a little bit of a straight line, and then we'll start picking on them. Ooh. Yeah, that was really close, but... Alright, let's switch shield on the back. 8 damage. Alright, we gotta do better than that. But we also need to not get hit. Alright, this is a very big ravine. Oh, they're slowing down. Alright, let's go back. They're in single file. Try not to get hit by rocks here. Get a little bit of distance. Alright, here we go. I don't know what they're doing. Reforming? There we go. Oh, no, we're gonna miss. Yeah, they keep changing their... I think they're like reforming. There we go, there's a kill. Oh, there's another kill. Alright, we're doing alright. Oh, man. It's like 2 dogs barking at each other behind a fence. Nobody wants to go past the fence. Oh, man. I don't know how I'm missing these guys. I need maybe a little bit more reach. Said no man ever. A little more length, please. Let's get in here. There's only 2 left. We should be able to handle these guys. Let's back up a little bit. Yeah, they're moving slow too, which helps. No, back up. There we go. Whoa, man. Alright, there we go. Last one. We should be able to man up with this guy, and then we'll... Actually, let's pull the shield out. Because I already know the rocks are coming. Yep, there we go. Good thing we had the shield out. Alright, now we need to try and pull... There we go. I was going to say 1 or 2 at a time, maybe. Let's get across. Don't hit me, please, with the rocks. Yeah, we just... This is like an exercise in patience. Oh my god. There we go. Alright, we can turn on this guy now. And now 2 left. Dude, these guys are pretty accurate with those slings. They do a decent amount of damage too. I think it's like 40 damage. Oh, crap, crap, crap. That did no damage. We hit him in the neck for 1. Which is pretty wild. I feel like it would be hard to do 1 damage with a sword to somebody's neck. Like, you'd have to really be good with the sword to only do 1 damage. We got him. Get out of here. So that is 9 kills. Decent XP. Yep, we'll hit 2 perks there. 1 athletics and 1 for one-handed. We got a face covering now. Horn padded garment. That's not going to be good. Not good there. And we can't wear it in the civilian. Or sorry, for the stealth slot. And then we have another hatchet. Let's just put it, I think, on the stealth outfit. And then we'll probably end up selling it later if we don't need it. And luckily we are at a little village. Let's just sell some stuff off. So don't need that. We don't need olives. All right, we're up to 646. We're getting there. We got to be super careful. I think the main goal now is to try to get a mount. But obviously these looters don't have any prisoners. Oh, there's one. Let's see what kind of prisoner they have. If we can... that's not going to be good. I don't know why this noble is not going after us. That's kind of weird. I've noticed the AI behavior is a little different. They don't really chase the same way that they used to. I have a feeling it might have to do with our relative movement speed because we are a little faster. Maybe they don't think it's worth it to chase, but they still tail you. So I don't know what that means. Where the hell do these looters go? Oh man, I think we lost them. That was it too, I think. I mean, they could have taken out a caravan, but it's unlikely. Here we go. That's a really good one. They're very slow as well. It's only 3 of them. All right, this we have to win. This is going to be embarrassing if we go down on this one. Here we go. 3 people. Hopefully some of them throw rocks. Yep. Nice. 2 of them, actually. So we can take a 1v1. Oh, man. I can't miss shots like that. How am I missing? Yeah, the reach on this thing is pretty bad. But it's also my fault for not moving in. I know the range is small. Should be moving in like that. There we go. Guaranteed the hit. All right, let's get... I'd like to get that Slinger out because he's more of a danger than the other one. Come on, Slinger. But he's too slow to pull his weapon out, so we got him. I keep missing those overhead strikes. Oh, crap, dude. He attacked faster than I could get my block out, which is insane, man. Insane. Good for you, Looter. I wish I could recruit him as a companion. Yeah, he's supposed to be unskilled, but I don't think so. That guy was actually pretty good. So a little bit of XP there. There's the peasants. More importantly, that means he's going to have sumpter horses. Oh my god, he's got a cow. Can we ride a cow? We cannot. We cannot ride a cow. Not in Bannerlord. Alright, we got better shoes. That's good. And then we probably have some stealth gear. Yeah, the shoes can be used for stealth, but not the head wrap. So we'll put that on our civilian gear. Probably just cut this thing up. Or, you know what, can we sell it? Sells for only 79. What if we cut it up? It sells for a lot more than that. Yeah, we'll take that. And the hides. Perfect. 79 to 190. So that was a much better value. We're over 1,000. That is a very good accomplishment, especially how early it is. I can't remember if I mentioned it. I've re-recorded this like 7 or 8 times now. I've been dying all day. So if you, yeah, I think I mentioned, if you go down with low armor, you have a very high chance of dying. And so I had a couple runs that were going really well and I died. And then I have a bunch of them where I just died in the first. I couldn't even get a weapon yet. I just kept dying. So for this one, let's go Fury, 10% handling. And then same thing, handling. So we're just going to boost up our handling as much as we can. Because I think we'll be doing a decent amount of combat on the boats. So I don't think movement speed perks are necessarily the way to go. So like reducing armor weight, no, I'd rather have the weapon handling. And then when we get on the boats, I think it'll pay off a little bit more. All right, so we have a much better movement speed now. Oh no, we don't. We had a cow, that's right. We need to find somebody that doesn't have a cow. Hopefully they have a sumpter horse next time. All right, looters, they don't, there's one right there, 8. And they have peasants? They do. All right, we need to win this. All right, here we go. It's 8 of them this time, but I have a good feeling that they have what we need this instead of freaking cows. We want the horses, man. Or even a mule. I wouldn't even mind a mule. Mule is fine too. Right, let me get there. Oh, man, they stunned us out of that. There we go. There's a kill. Alright, they're moving pretty slow. Let's go get a few more attacks on them. They're acting weird. Oh, let's get out. Yeah, they're starting to move now. Yeah, look at that. They're walking. I wonder if it has to do with their buddies. Oh, they've got stabbing daggers. They have very little range. I was going to say they're not going to be able to hit us with that. All right, here we go. Let's move in. We need to get 1 or 2 of them to follow. There we go. Take you out first. Oh, wow. He switched. I was going to try and beat him to it. I pulled it at the last second and switched it to a block. I think that was a good call. I don't think we would have gotten there in time. It's safe. It's just safer to do it anyways. Just block. See, like that one. It blocked us out of getting an attack in because of that stupid rock thrower. Here, throw a rock now. See how well that works out for you, buddy. Almost there, boys. Oh, I did miss my overhead strike. Oh, crap. Alright, we lost our shield. Do it the old-fashioned way. And we'll give you a nice little stab in the rear. Okay, 8 kills. We took a little damage there, so we do need to heal up, so maybe we'll spend some time doing that, but we need to get our horse, so fingers crossed we've got a sumpter here. 2 Empire peasants, we're gonna leave them alone though. Yes, we get a sumpter horse, we got it, and we get a cow. Can we ride the cow? Still can't ride the cow. Now this one will probably sell, so we'll hang on to it for now. Let's actually take everything. I'm pretty sure we'll have some better gear for stealth, yeah. Let's do stealth first. So 12 stealth with this one. We'll use that one first. And then the shoes, these are way better than what we currently have, so that's fine. And then the rest of the stuff we'll just sell. Sell the cow as well. We're going to make decent money off of this. That was pretty good. So look how much faster we are. It's not like the old patch. I don't know what they did. I feel like they reduced the amount of movement speed you get from cavalry, because it was pretty high last time. Now it's only 1.2. But that's still way better than we were doing before. So I'm good with it. 64, that's not going to cut it. Yep, slice them up and sell them individually, and we make even more. And again, we don't need two, we just need one food if it's just us. So there's two, we're up to 1,500. That's good for two, at least two companions, potentially three, but let's not take three. What I'd like to do actually is try to find another group that has some peasant prisoners so we can get more. Because if we can get a companion here with a mount, it won't slow us down. My biggest worry is that we take 3 companions or whatever, and then we're just moving at 1 movement speed, or whatever the slow movement speed right now. Don't really want to deal with that because we're not going to be able to dodge people. We're just going to get captured. So ideally, we would find somebody that's got another set. Yeah, that looter looks pretty tempting though. I think we'll fight them.